Hi. In last video we already see uh, what we need in order to work with PHP application. So now we already have Netbean IDE running, and to create a new project, PHP project, all you need to do is go to new project, file, new project, choose PHP, choose your PHP folder here, choose PHP application, click next. Okay, the next what it's gonna ask you is give a project name. Give a project name. Just gonna leave it default like this. If you notice here, PHP automatically placing the PHP folder application inside the htdocs inside XAMPP C. Means this is our XAMPP server default place where we place all the PHP application inside the htdocs. So Netbean is automatically doing it for us, so we don't have to create a different place and copying and browsing. Don't need to do that. Automatically done. Yeah. Next is just leave the PHP version we're going to use. Click next. Okay. If you're not using XAMPP, you can choose to run it remote website FTP. Okay, and also there are some other several options you can choose. Okay, by default when you're installing XAMPP, it takes port number 80 for HTTP. Okay, so you don't have to specify anything if it's used 80. Let's say if you install XAMPP and you try to run like this your PHP application and it doesn't work, means that your port number 80 is used by other application. So you need to change the port number. So I will tell you how. My port number is 10. Change it to 10. Okay, because my other application are using 80. So how to change that, I will just show you in a moment. Okay, just gonna click next. Okay, don't need to choose any of these frameworks because we're not going to learn this for now. Click finish, and we have our project 1 application here. Okay, before we start running our PHP application, we must make sure that our PHP Apache server is running. Okay, so go to, okay, I think I already start my Apache servers are running already. Just never mind, I just show you. Make sure Apache server running like this. Apache is running, MySQL also running. Make both of them running. Okay, now before this I told you that you must change your port number if your PHP version doesn't work properly. This is one of the solution only. Maybe there is some other problem you must go through and check, but this is the major problem I found. Okay, means that your port number is not working. So see, my port number is 10 for now. Usually HTTP they use 80 by default and HTTPS use 443. And we're going to work with HTTP, so 80 is the default, but other applications are using 80, so you need to define your own port number. So how to do that? If you are using PHP control panel, the latest one, you need to go to config. Okay, under config, you look for http://conf Apache here. Okay, if you go look into here, okay, you can click Control F, find for 80. Okay, fine, next. Okay, you have listen here, see, but this is one is not using in this configuration file. If you see a symbol like this, means this is not running, this is all commands. Okay, it says no more, but let's look for 10. Okay, fine, next. I have here listen. So by default you'll be able to see here is 80, but what you need to do is delete this and write down your own port number. Okay, so up to you whatever port number you're going to write, but please make sure that the port number you're going to define here is not being used by other application. So I know that 10 is not used by other application, so I just leave it 10. So you can change this to any port number you want. Okay, so that's how you're going to change your port number. Okay, bear in mind, once you change your port number, you must stop the Apache and rerun it back, just in case to take back the sudden change you made at the configuration file. Okay, so quit this. Now I know, because if you don't configure your localhost :10 every time you run your application, you must write down that 10, which is going to be very troublesome. Okay, in Netbean by default they have defined 4 types of PHP file. Okay, let me show you. Okay. New, there are 4 types of PHP file. PHP file, this is a new empty PHP file. This PHP file you won't see anything, it's just a simple PHP tag, and you need to write all your programs here. Okay, if you go to PHP interface, here Netbean will automatically create some codes for us. Going to specify some listening information, and also the author, and also the code. Simple program. I mean the layout here, interface, new PHP interface. The next is we can see PHP web page. Finish. This is PHP web page. What PHP web page file have is it's going to define the HTML first, HTML tags and everything, and put the PHP tags in the middle of body. Okay. The next is we're going to look at PHP class. Okay, PHP class, and all the file, whenever you're creating the files, you have an option to put in different folders. You can create a new folder or you can put it in an available folder you have. Okay, so I'm going to leave like this. So if you create a PHP class, PHP going to create exactly same like interface. The only difference is going to create a class for us instead of interface. So most of the time we will be working with these 4 files. Okay, just to save some time. So let's test our PHP working properly or not. So in order to do that, there's a simple method. We use a simple method, okay, to check. Okay, first what you need to do, you need to create new PHP file. PHP file, we're gonna name it index.php. If you notice here, you type index, out Netbean here automatically putting the adding the PHP extension. You can leave it like this or you can specify by yourself, no harm. Okay, I choose to always put my extension when I typing giving the file name. Okay, so click finish. This is the file name. You can delete this and put closing text PHP. I suggest you guys to put closing text always, even though Netbean complains you that this is unnecessary. But I tell you, please put the closing text. As a starter, please put the closing text. It's very important. In order to check your PHP running properly or not, we need to write this. Okay, PHP will help us solving some problems such as completing the programs here, completing the codes here. So if I write PHP info, I will get some documentation about PHP info, and I also able to press enter and complete the sentence of the code, full statement of the code. Okay, so let's save this and run. So I can see that, see, automatically added 10. If you don't specify this 10, you have to type it manually inside your browser. Okay, I'm using 5.5.6 PHP versions, and here is all the information about all the configuration available in my PHP. Okay, so going to close this. So now we know that our PHP will be fine. Okay, so in next video we're going to look at how to output the values of the details into browser using PHP, and some of the technique to use we're going to look into next video. So thanks for watching. See you all.